Yo, what up, guys? Hey, my name is Angel Garcia. I'm a six-figure entrepreneur here in San Diego, down from Imperial Valley, California. And I'm just here, guys, to show you that everything is possible. Whatever your dreams are, whatever your goals, whatever your vision and your desires that you want to do, everything is possible. You just have to jump and do it. So pretty much I was just want to tell you like a little story of my background, back what I was doing and what I did to change, what I changed, what I do in order to get here, and you know, what habits, what mentality, and the steps, you know, the full process. I just want to show you guys that it's possible. And here we are right now. Today is Tuesday. It's actually our 9-month anniversary. My wife, Alejandra, she's been my biggest supporter along all this journey. She's in it as deep as I am, and pretty much she's out here. Watch, check it out. We out here, and pretty much this is my first YouTube video. I want to introduce myself, my apartment, our first apartment together. And it's pretty much here in San Diego downtown, a high rise. It's pretty sick. So pretty much just want to show you guys our little living room, where we work at, where we live at. And you know, something that's crazy is that I actually had this thought about how men don't get their flowers, their roses, till the day they die. And crazy thing is that today my wife, she actually, you know, she got me some black roses, because I always say that I like black roses. For some reason I just always mention it, even though I've never got them. And today was my first day. Check it out, bro. Sick, man. This is like a top memory, but yeah, let's check it out. Come out here with us to the balcony. Every morning, every night, we're enjoying this view. You know, we made the effort, we made the push to get out of our comfort zone and just be living in the Imperial Valley. You know, paying low rent, paying low mortgage. You know, we just said, fuck it. Let's come out here to San Diego and live the different life, live the life, you know, live a lifestyle. So we're definitely designing the life that we want to live and create for ourselves. And here we are. We get to wake up every morning, appreciate the view, appreciate the sun, appreciate the city. And as well in the night, you know, it's just amazing, full of lights. And you can never get tired of these type of views. We're up in a high rise, up in downtown San Diego. Check it out, guys. And just for you guys to see that it's possible. You know, it's crazy. So yeah, if I haven't said this once again, my name is Angel Garcia. This is my wife Alejandra. We're six-figure entrepreneurs here in San Diego. What we do is we help people start and scale their own business. And you know, we pretty much started off first as a detailing company, Detail Express Mobile. We started off with ambition, our vision, and as you know, we proceeded along the way. We've learned a lot of things. We've invested ourselves into mentorship so that we learn. We've changed our way of living, our lifestyle, and you know, it's real. We are living proof that you can change your life. You know, we were in the same position as you guys. We were living, you know, 9 to 5. My wife was a teacher and I was a Carl's Jr. You know, I was a cook, getting $500 checks at Carl's Jr. And pretty much. I was just finishing school, doing, the typical culture that they show you, that what families tell you, hey, go to school, go to college, get a profession, get something stable. And I did. I'm not gonna lie, I did finish through. I got my bachelor's in psychology from SDSU, and I finished through. But school made me realize that that's not the way. It's not gonna cut it enough for the life that I want to live. So I've always talked about having my own business, multiple businesses, and just having a different type of lifestyle. And here we are, just every day living it, chasing it, and being proof. Another thing is going back, not following, the typical culture of what families tell you to do. Hey, go get something stable, go get a career. I finished through that, and I decided to not do that. Why? Because I have a clear vision. I know my purpose here in life. My purpose in here is not just to make money, shit ton of money, and do all these things and have fun, but in reality, that's not even the point. The point and why I'm doing this is so that I can help other people change their lives, because I was in the same situation. I know how bad it feels, and not just that, I probably didn't live the baddest life, the worst life that someone can go through. But I definitely do know that God brought me in this world so that I can help those that can't help themselves, or that they really need it. And that's all about the people that live out in the streets, the people that have difficulties starting up, changing their lives, habits, and those animals, those that live in the streets, and they don't have nobody to watch out for themselves. That's what God put me and my wife in this world, and we're just onto that same vision every day. We're on that same purpose every day, and we know why we do things. So we're just out here pushing every day. We decided to not take the easy way and be comfortable and just stay, get a stable job. You're getting your check, $1,000, $2,000 checks, and you're good. You pay your bills, you do what you do, have fun. And no, that's not. We decided to not do that. We decided to live uncomfortable, and every decision is with the purpose. We decided to do the jump from living over there and in Imperial Valley, where you pay your mortgage and rent for like $1,000 or $2,000. Out here, I'm not gonna lie, it's crazy, stupid, expensive. It's like triple the amount. And we're out here living uncomfortable every day, but that just keeps us fueled. It keeps us pushing to meeting those goals, meeting those expectations, and just know that we're here to also help you accomplish your dreams and your goals that you want to do in life. So follow us for more. Tap in.
So we're out here in the lobby area of our building. And what's interesting about this is that this makes me want to learn how to play the piano, right? But it's definitely a step up in the lifestyle that we had in our hometown. And I think that's the biggest hack, especially for a young person, is to move out of their hometown. That's the biggest life hack, because until then you're gonna know what growth is really like. And when you're able to make it outside of your hometown, then you're unstoppable. In reality, you can accomplish anything you want. And what's more harder than being an entrepreneur and building your own businesses and breaking those generational curses where they have taught you to believe that the only way of making money is by going to school, getting a stable job, and then staying there until retirement, right? That was what I was taught, and that was my journey until I stopped it. So I'm a millennial. I'm in my early 40s, and I know what that was like. That was going to be my life until I really decided to take concrete steps on gaining clarity and purpose. And that was a paradigm shift. That was through building my mindset. As a former teacher, can tell you that I left stability over growth. I left comfort over discomfort. I left certainty over uncertainty, but the reward is going to be worth it, and you cannot live in fear. You truly have to go past that point of fear until you give yourself no other option but to be successful.
Just to give you guys a quick tour of our apartment. We live here in downtown, one of the newest luxury high-rises. Here's the pool area. It's pretty cool. Check it out. You know, boom, quick access, and we're in. We got the groceries out here. We went downstairs. Literally, as soon as we get downstairs, we open the door. Across the street is our grocery market. So boom, we went. We got our essentials, what we needed, and we're here. We got a big pool with a hot tub as well. There's a sauna close by the gym. Everything, all the amenities is here on the 7th floor. What is here on the 7th floor? There's literally a dog area so they can go pee and poop, play a little bit. There's the sauna, the gym. Inside of the gym, it has a bicycling room. It has private rooms as well. There's private offices. There's private offices where we can do our work our magic. We work with our mentees. We have our masterminds, our webinars in there. That's where we do all the good stuff. And as well, you know, here in the pool area, you can literally take a quick dive and come out here. There's huts with TVs. You can connect to the TV, you know, put whatever you like, have your computer, have a couple of drinks, have your food. Just spend here the day, work, you know, work your own thing, work your magic, create some real stuff. And it's pretty crazy to look. Check it out. Literally, we live like all the way up there. We live all the way up there. It's crazy, you know. What else is there? On top of the offices, there's a movie room. There's a billiards room as well where you can play. There's a chillaxing room where, you know, there's people that go there and sit, they watch TV. Sometimes they go up to you, they talk. If you want to network, you know, most of the people here, they're in the same type of vibe. So, you know, here's where you want to be networking, where you want to take advantage of that and, you know, just practice, do it, and it's natural. It'll come to you. What's another thing? What do you want to say?
The fireplace, let's go check it out.
Yo, watch it. Right here, Ali's about to drop some real game, some real drip to you guys.
So the moral of the story, the best boss you can have is yourself, right? Because you set the terms, you set your income, you want to grow, you want to really expand as a human, you have to travel that journey, and that journey that is worth it is not going to be easy. So I can tell you that over here is where you turn on the fireplace.
Alright, check this out. It's about to turn on, but there's a fireplace here. There's 4 fireplaces. Here, take it on.
I have been a career teacher for 20 years. Most of my good years were spent in a classroom. The latter part of my career was spent online, but the most consistent and set pattern was that by my own reasoning, I was underappreciated and not obviously paid enough for the skills I had, for the skill set that I had developed. So I had the first glimpse of being an entrepreneur by being an intrapreneur. And what does that mean? Then that when you are working for somebody else, in my case for school districts, you find ways to level up and generate more money for yourself. So I was always up for taking extra trainings, learning new things, pushing myself, and I wouldn't stay in one spot for too long, and that actually increased my value because I wasn't a person that was going to stay in one school district for my entire career. So with that said, I think I was fired more times than anybody can count. But with every challenge comes a huge lesson followed by a blessing. I think me being fired led me to wake up. Being fired taught me that that was not my spot. I always believe that rejection is redirection. So the fact they were firing me because I had multiple jobs and they wanted me to be exclusive to one organization when I knew my potential, I could hold up to 5 teaching jobs at one time. That was not normal for anybody in my field, but I found a niche, and I think we find niches as a like almost like a game to help make this place a better place. And how do we do that? By making yourself better. So wherever we go, it's an environment that influences, but we also influence the environment. And the point is right there. Sometimes you have to be fired to wake the fuck up. You don't want to settle for less than what you're supposed to be.
Yo guys, if you guys made it to the end of this video, you guys made it here for a reason. It's because you guys connected to the message in some type of way. You guys can relate to it. It made you feel some type of way. And guys, you guys aren't here for no reason. You guys are here for a reason. So we will be doing a free webinar / mastermind this coming up Monday at 7 p.m. We want the best for you. We want to show you guys some real game. We want you guys to get started, take that jump, and just take it from there, because you're supposed to take it to the top, because you already know we ain't gonna stop. And just know guys, we're here for you. Make sure you guys click the link below, reserve your spot. Once you guys receive the email to confirmation, that means you guys are in. Make sure you guys join on Monday at 7 p.m. and be there, be your square man.